friends, hello, hi, hey. So I was planning like a really cute outfit for this video. I was gonna look snatched, it's gonna look super cute, and then I took a shower, and then I got out of the shower and I was literally freezing because it's so cold here, so I put on a hoodie instead. So that's where we're at. So today I realized that lately I have gotten an influx of like newer products to my collection, just like things that I've been getting. And I got my BoxyCharm today, so I want to play with some of the stuff I got in BoxyCharm and just a bunch of new stuff I've been buying. I wanted to give like mini reviews on things that maybe I've mentioned before, but give like a final review on it now that I've been using it for a few days. And yeah, let's just get started, okay? First thing I'm gonna be using is the Bobbi Brown face base. You know, the more and more I use this, the more and more I like it. I can see this being very good for me in the winter time that is happening right now because it's very moisturizing and nourishing. This is a Real Techniques kabuki brush. I will link it down below. I get so many questions about this brush, in particular what I use to like buff in my primer. I use this little kabuki brush. I believe it's from their Galaxy collection. They did send it to me through Octoly, but I love it. I also would recommend, if you're gonna get something from the collection, I would get the blush brush as well because it's fantastic. Anyway, it feels really hydrating and moisturizing, and I will say, if you have really like, if you have skin that has a lot of pores in it, I think this blurs a lot. Like, I noticed that my foundation looks extra good whenever I wear it, and I've worn multiple foundations using this now, and all of them happen to be really, really good. So I don't think it's just like a good foundation day, and my skin has been terrible lately, so I don't really think it's anything to do with that. I think this is just really good. It's weird because when I put it on with the Tatcha one that I've been using a lot, that was also new, when I put that one on, I was like, I don't really notice, I notice a difference with the Tatcha one. Like, I'll put it on and my face will look different. And with this, I don't really notice a significant difference, but it seems to be different when I put on foundation. Take with that what you will. Okay, next. I hate to say this, I really do, but I think my Makeup Revolution foundation stick has some competition, and it's her big sister, the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. That would be her biggest competition right now. I'm in the shade F6, and I find it to be a really perfect match for me right now because I'm very pale right now. Wow, is this literally the best thing I've ever tried. Yeah, this is absolutely, I don't know how Makeup Revolution continually just like slays my entire existence on a budget, but like, oh my god, do I love this. I know some people don't love the Dofa applicator, and to each their own. I know some people think it's unhygienic. I think you could very easily just pour some of this out onto a little tray. I will say, I've worn this a few times, a couple times. I think I've worn it like 3 or 4 times, and I just look amazing. It makes my skin look so good. It's full coverage without being too cakey. It really sits on the skin so nicely. It blends in so nicely. I really think it's a fantastic foundation. I just love it. And the wear time, I've noticed, is really good. I went out to eat with my boyfriend while I was wearing this. First of all, I got like 3 compliments on my makeup, which literally never happens. And second of all, it lasted through like the whole dinner. It lasted through the night. Probably could have used a little bit of a touch up around my nose, but that's always where I need touch up. I think this is just a bomb foundation. Something I'm going to use today is something I've mentioned in a few videos. It's the Too Faced Born This Way Sculpting Concealer. Man, do I love this. I used to love full coverage concealers, but lately the full coverage life has just not been the life for me. But this product is changing my mind. Like, this product is so freaking good. I cannot believe it. Let me just blend all of this out. It blends so good, and it leaves my under eyes looking so effortlessly beautiful. It takes away all of the dark circles. It doesn't crease super bad, which I love. I think $29 is a little bit steep for a concealer, but like, I would rebuy this again. Like, this is just so good. Does anyone else just constantly have the song Thank You Next running in their head?
Non-stop, or is it just me?
I don't know why I love that song so much because I really haven't even had any ex-boyfriends. I have like one, but I just love it so much. This is the Hourglass Loose Veil Setting Powder. You guys have also seen me talk about this in a couple videos. Man, is it good. I still am deciding if it's worth the price tag because it is a hefty little price tag you have to pay. But I've been obsessively using it because nothing makes my under eyes look better. I'm gonna set my whole face with this powder today. I normally don't do that, but I just kind of want to see what happens. Every time I sing thank you, I point to my boyfriend so he can sing like next. And he keeps saying you're welcome. And it's really frustrating. Really killing me. One of my friends, Zach, you guys have met him. He's a musician and he is so talented. So talented. Like, he just is one of those people, picks up a guitar and like teaches himself how to play in 5 minutes. Like, he's just so good. He's just a natural with music. He can sit in front of a keyboard and just like create an entire song in like 20 minutes. Like, it's insanity. And he's been working on some stuff and I'm trying to get him to come on the channel and do stuff like music wise on the channel, just because I think it would be a cool way, because I love music too. I've been a singer my whole life, but I'm not really good at the like instrumental part. Like, I play piano, but that's about it. So I keep telling him I want him to come on. So I'm hoping during 25 Days of Christmas, which is readily approaching, and I need to prepare. I'm hoping during that he'll be able to like, he'll feel more comfortable like coming on and doing something. Maybe we'll do like a Christmas song or something cute, because I really would love to have him on the channel. I think he's so talented. He's been on the channel, but as like a musician. So this is the Pure Contours Diary palette. They actually sent this to me. It's been my go-to. I've talked about this a few times on my channel, but I don't think I've really given it the credit it deserves. I know this is like an older product, but like, this is just such a good contouring palette. And I don't know if I've ever heard anybody talk about it. I love the way it contours. I think this is the type of palette that would be especially good for like beginners in makeup. It's a really buildable formula. You can do a really, really light contour, or you can do a little bit more of a like darker contour. I just love it so much. I don't love these highlighting shades. Like, they're okay, but I don't typically use them anyway. I wish they would stop focusing so much on contouring palettes and start focusing just a little bit more on like contour shades, like singles, because I don't really feel like most people need a gigantic contour palette like this. But if they came out with these two in a single, like, I would buy those in a second. I would throw them in a Z palette and like use them all the time, because these two shades just complement my skin so well. I think they're so pretty and buildable. I just love it. I didn't have a new bronzer, so I'm just gonna use this one. I didn't have a new one, I'm sorry. Okay, so I did not use anything new for brows because frankly, I have a brow routine right now that I'm very happy with. I guess one of these things is technically new, so I'll just tell you what I used. But I always use my ABH Dip Brow Pomade, and lately I've been using this ColourPop Brow Gel that I've been obsessed with. It's so good, and they sell it at Ulta too, which I think is really nice because you can get some stuff at Ulta and not have to pay the shipping for ColourPop. But these are like $6, and such a good brow gel. Really, really would recommend. Keeps my brows really in place and still gives them the look of brows, which I just love. Like, I love when your brows look like real brows. So yeah, I would highly recommend. I also forgot to do blush. I was gonna use this new Jouer blush duo. I have the shades Kiss Me and Touch Me. Cute. I love this thing, man. It's so cute. Even, I'm not a big fan of sparkly blushes. I've talked about that before, and this one does have a sheen to it, but it's a very like almost kind of luminous-y blush. Not really like blush with glitter. It has more of a luminousness to it. So I'm just going to, I took the shade Kiss Me. Also, let me just say again to speak to the foundation. Every single thing you put on top of this foundation looks absolutely amazing. Like, I can't get over how good everything looks on top of it. Anyway, like, everybody's been doing this like blush craze where they do a huge amount of blush and they really like rosy up their face. I have a naturally pretty like red face. Not that it's like, I don't have like rosacea or anything like that, but my face is just kind of red. Like, it just has like a red tone to it at times. So the reason I put on foundation is to cover that up. So I've been trying to balance out the trend of putting on a ton of blush with also wanting it to look good on me. So, and I also have big cheeks. Like, I have like chubby cheeks. And so I've always had chubby cheeks. People used to call me a chipmunk in elementary school, and it traumatized me. And so I feel like when I put on a lot of blush, you can really see how big my cheeks are. And but I take comfort in the fact that there are a lot of people in Hollywood right now who are injecting their cheeks with a lot of different things to get this effect, and I just have it. So
saving myself some money.
I'm going to be using this palette today, which I've actually never used. This is probably one of the few things I haven't used yet. This is the Ace Beauty Grandiose palette. I got this in my BoxyCharm and I am so excited. I have not been excited about something I got in BoxyCharm in the longest of times. I also got these 4 new brushes from, is it Luxie? Yeah, and I actually really like Luxie brushes, but these look pretty tiny, so I'm excited to use these with this palette. I have wanted to try Ace Beauty for a very, very, very long time, and I just never did. I just never got around to it, and this palette is super, super pretty. Pretty basic, but gorgeous. So I'm going to use this today. I'm really excited. I'm going to go into the shade Patchouli. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. Somebody will clock me for it in the comments. They always do. This shade already is exactly what I want in a base shade, so I love that. I'm gonna use this new Luxie brush and try to go in with the shade Clove. Do something fun with, ooh, Pigmented, hello. Hey, soul sister. Okay, I'm using the wrong brush. So I'm gonna go in with one of my normal blending brushes. I think these are more for like really precise stuff, so I'm gonna do something maybe a little bit more precise than I normally would. I've been really considering getting the P. Louise eyeshadow base that everyone has been talking about the past few days. I guess the past few weeks. It's like this really pretty eyeshadow base. I'm so tempted to get it because I've heard it looks really, really good. And it can make even the like crinkliest of eyes not crinkly, and it makes all of the colors pop like 10 times more. It makes like bad palettes good, I guess. But it's like $10, 10 pounds technically, which isn't that bad. But then you have to pay the shipping, which I know my people who don't live in the US hate me whenever I talk about shipping because I know you guys have it so much worse. But I just don't want to pay. I would have to pay more. And again, I know people from Australia are like,
oh, poor you.
I would have to pay more than the price of it to actually get it here. So I'm just like hesitant. So if any of you have tried that P. Louise base, let me know. I'm gonna go into the shade Cinnamon this time with this really tiny brush, and I'm gonna try to like detail it under there. I see the purpose of this brush now. This is like a really itty bitty crease brush if you wanted to like really get in there. I'm gonna go into the shade Poppy.
And for that, I thank you. Next.
Okay, right now, what I'm wishing, I'm just gonna blend all of this out a little bit more. I'm gonna take that Patchouli shade, and blend this out, like diffuse the pink up here a little bit. I actually am not loving this look right now at all. I don't know how it looks on camera, but I'm not like absolutely loving this. I wish there was a deeper shade in here, like a deep brown, so I could really darken up this crease. There's not, so I think I might go in with Rose on the lid, but then do Primrose on the inner corner part. I think that would be pretty work, and then I'll do Jasmine on the brow bone. So I'm gonna put this on the lid right now. And we'll use a brush first, see how that works. If it doesn't look good, we'll do a wet brush. And then if that doesn't look good, we'll try our fingers. All right, so let's do Rose over the eye. I love Rose. That's my middle name, so I'm immediately impartial. So that shade has horrible fallout, just so you guys know. Let's try spraying it just to see if that helps at all. I'm gonna use my ColourPop All-Star setting spray. Oh yeah. So definitely with these shimmers, I would use with a wet brush because that instantly made it a lot more metallic. And also spraying it really helped with the fallout. So I would recommend spraying these before you use them. I'm gonna go in with Myrtle and put that on my inner corner just a little bit. I'm actually really disappointed. I don't like this palette at all, how this is performing. Those shimmers are very patchy. It's not looking good at all. The mattes don't look very good. I'm definitely disappointed. I'm gonna try to put this Jasmine shade all over here. So I kind of blended Myrtle and Jasmine together, and I think that's definitely helping a little. And it's not me. Normally I think it's like user error. I don't think this looks good because the shadows aren't very good. Man, I am disappointed. I thought Ace Beauty was like supposed to be really good. I used almost every shade in the palette too, except this gold one. I'm gonna go back into that shade Poppy, that deep color, and try to just deepen things up right here. I don't love this. Let's try to pull it together with like the under eye. So I'm gonna take Clove and then a little bit of cinnamon and put that on the lower lash line. Okay, so I'm gonna need to play with this palette a little bit more before I give a decision on this. I thought it would be pretty self-explanatory, but this is honestly not the cutest, and I'm a little disappointed, but I don't want to judge it preemptively. I don't feel like the shades were super great. Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna do like mascara, eyeliner, and then we'll be back with some highlighter, which is really fun. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so I actually like it better with mascara. That's usually what happens. It's still not my favorite look. I think the problem I see with this, how much are these palettes, these Ace Beauty palettes? So this Grandiose palette is $24, and I think you could create the same exact look with that new ColourPop Ooh La La palette that just came out that I have. It's very, let me just grab it actually because it's very similar. It just reminds me a lot of this. I don't know why. Yeah, because you have that like peachy, the bright pink. The only difference is this one has a little bit more orange and red, and this one's more purple. These shades are basically identical. These ones are, all three of these shades can be similar to this. This one is similar to that. I think you could create a very similar look with this palette, and this is like $12. This is $24. However, I am still very interested in looking into the new, those Ace Beauty, the 4 palettes, like their Vault-like collection. Very, very interested in that. Just am not sure if this palette is like my favorite. It is warming up on me though. The more I look at it, the more I'm like, okay, like I'm getting you. Okay, so I did have some new lashes I was gonna try, but then I decided I didn't want to, so we're moving on. 2 new things for highlight. I do have the Cover FX glistening drops. I got these in a BoxyCharm, and I also just got the new, it's not new, but I got the Jouer highlighter in Citrine. I've never tried Jouer highlighters before, so I have sneezed actually 500 times in the last 2 days. Like I've been sneezing so much, it's ridiculous. Let's pop on some of this glitter highlight. I want to make sure the shade isn't going to be too dark for me, and if it is, I have a friend I can give it to. I also don't really know how to apply. Oh no, this won't be too dark, I don't think. Pretty. Ooh, okay. Let's see. Oh god, I just literally dropped it. I'm going to try and put this on with my finger. I think that's the best way to do it. I just think like a little goes a long way. I've heard you can apply these over powder, so we're doing it. I think they lied about, so maybe you just have to spray some setting spray. I like the concept. I just don't know how the execution is gonna look, because right now it just looks really glittery. Doesn't even really look like a highlighter, it just looks glittery. Huh, you have to really, a little goes such a long way, I'm noticing. Okay, let's do this other highlighter that I actually really like. This is the Jouer highlighter in Citrine. I would actually highly recommend this. I think it's a beautiful glow. Oh, that was a little too much, it's okay. We'll diffuse. Okay, I need to like actually, something is going wrong.
Okay, friends, so basically the reason I'm so frazzled in these next couple of clips is because the Jouer highlighter was like sticking to the Cover FX highlighter, so it was making it stick in certain places and look really, really bright and crusty and gross. So I got a little bit frazzled, and that's what you're about to see in the next few clips, but I didn't explain that at all, so I'm explaining it now. Okay, thank you.
The only thing that's looking good is like my foundation. Okay, so this was a disaster. Nothing turned out the way I wanted it to. Nothing looks good to me. This is a bad makeup day for me. The one thing I will say, if we were to recap, yes to the foundation, 100%. And everything else is just okay. It's okay. Man, I look like an actual mess. This is so disappointing. Okay. I hope you liked this video. I know it was a little bit of a disaster, but like, it's okay. It's fine. We'll work through it. I love you guys so much. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, or just like, or just subscribe, or do neither. I'm honestly just so happy you're watching me. Thank you. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!